Holy smokes! Chapter 13 was a freaking bombshell of an episode. There's just so much to talk about. Ahsoka Tano, a gunslinger played by Corporal Hicks himself, and so much more. And the episode gave us some information that could potentially expand not just the history of the Jedi Order, but the Star Wars galaxy as a whole. And that is what we're gonna talk about today, in this video that is just chock full of spoilers, by the way. So if you have not seen the episode yet, you should go check it out first, then come back to this video. Now with that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive right into it. Let's start out with a super fast recap, and I mean fast. During Chapter 13, Mando finally met up with Ahsoka Tano, who he tried to convince to take the child, who was apparently named Grogu, and train him. Initially, she makes a deal with him to do just that in exchange for Mando helping her deal with a corrupt local magistrate who has information relating to Grand Admiral Thrawn, who Ahsoka is hunting down for some reason that's yet to be revealed. Of course he does so, but then instead of taking Grogu, she tells Mando to take the child to the planet Tython, where the child will be able to commune with the Force to see if another Jedi will take on his training. And that is where the episode left us, with Mando and Grogu heading off to the deep core of the galaxy, to the planet Tython. Now, if you're not the kind of person who digs deep into the now non-canon expanded universe, known as the Legends continuity, you might not know what is significant about this planet. But I can certainly tell you that Tython getting a large focus as part of a major part of the franchise is pretty important. Why, you ask? Because Tython was the birthplace of the Jedi Order itself. See, thousands of years before the formation of the Old Republic, a collection of Force-sensitive beings from all across the galaxy traveled to the planet Tython and became the Jedi. Jedi, not Jedi, which I'm not actually fully sure that that's the proper way of pronouncing that, but that's what I'm gonna go with just to avoid confusion with the other one. Anyways, unlike the famous monastic order that came later, the Jedi believed in true balance and didn't discriminate between the light and dark sides of the Force. They even based their entire philosophy on the Force around Tython's two moons, Ashla, a bright shining gem of an astral body, and Bogan, the darker, more desolate one, both representing the harmony that could be achieved between the two sides of the Force. And things seemed to go pretty well for them for quite a while. That is, until members of the Order started to split, choosing one side over the other. This led to a shattering of the balance that the Jedi held dear, with some believing that Ashla, the light side, was the main source of good in the universe, while the rest valued Bogan, the dark side's power. Thus started the Force Wars, a massive civil war that ultimately saw the victory of the light side users and the formation of the Jedi Order as we know it today. And the dark side users? What happened to them? Well, they headed out into the galaxy as quote-unquote dark Jedi. Eventually, a group of them found a planet called Korriban, which was steeped in dark side energy and inhabited by a race of red-skinned people who were naturally adept with the Force, known as the Sith. And from there, the rest is galactic history. At some point later on, by the way, a Jedi Academy was established on Tython, which you could actually explore a bit of in the MMO Star Wars The Old Republic, which, side note, is awesome. And I recommend checking it out if you can. Hashtag not sponsored. Now, all of what I just said is the history of the planet within the old canon. But what about the canon as it exists today? Well, Tython has appeared before. First in the official Star Wars tabletop role-playing game back in 2016, then in an issue of the comic Dr. Aphra, specifically the final issue, number 40. While that comic did show the planet containing a Jedi temple, quite possibly the first Jedi temple, not much else was really made clear about its history. But hey, at least it's there. And now, The Mandalorian looks to give us our first live-action look at the planet in all of its wooded glory. Will the show reveal the history of this place? Will it be confirmed to be home of the first Jedi temple, beating out places like Ahch-To? Personally, I hope so. This is a fantastic opportunity for some major expansion on the history of the Jedi Order, which would be really cool to see from the little show that we all kind of expected wouldn't have any major bearing on the rest of the galaxy. Right now, though, there's really just one question that is on my mind about Mando and Grogu's future adventures on Tython. Who exactly is going to show up to train the child? Luke Skywalker, perhaps? Ezra Bridger from Rebels? Maybe even Cal Kestis from Jedi Fallen Order? I guess we'll kinda just have to wait and see. So what do you think? Are you glad to see Tython making an appearance on The Mandalorian? What do you think it means for the future of the franchise? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And while you're down there, why not consider subscribing to ScreenRant for even more awesome videos just like this. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there.